Hello. Hi.
Hello.
This is funny. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Holly and Monica show. Holly, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm looking for the test. I'm sorry.
I asked if you were
Not
ready.
to be confused with the testicle. Go.
Oh, God bless. Here it is. We've got our friend Barbara
28
Jean
seconds in.
on the old pod today.
Yep. I almost said friend of the pod, and I was like,
We
wrong
should call her
podcast.
Velma, actually.
You do look a little Velma-y.
yeah, going for a Velma vibe.
Yeah. This is her super secret squirrel disguise.
Nobody will ever know.
Yeah. She never wears a beanie.
No.
Definitely never wears glasses.
Mm-mm.
It's secret.
Obviously.
Obviously.
This is all obvious.
We've got her on today. We're going to talk about pregnancy, births, postpartum, the whole shit. And probably whatever sexual shit Holly throws in there to do her part.
You're welcome, interwebs.
All three of us have had different pregnancy experiences, all three different birth experiences, and we've all handled postpartum in our own shitty ways. So,
Yep, that's accurate.
yeah.
Can't confirm.
Literal shit show.
Do either of you
I
want
didn't
to?
poop.
Oh, I did.
I did not.
We'll get to that. Do you guys, either of you want to start? You want me to
Should
start?
we start
Yes,
with that?
I
Break
was
the
thinking we
ice?
should start with this.
Okay.
And then do you want to take down her answers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so,
This is a thing.
yeah, I'm being tested.
It's just a little.
Not a COVID test, not a STD test. So
Solid.
you'll be good.
Both would
Sorry
be
about the
super
paper,
negative.
Super.
And- pencil, and fingernails on paper. This is not.
No, those ASMR,
ASMR.
freaks, they're into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, you're listening to the Holly and Monica show.
I always wanted to do
ASMR
that.
makes me.
ASMR.
Yeah.
It makes me.
Does it?
I didn't think that it would.
Hate
Just
it.
some people.
No. I also saw one the other day. It was like a frozen food slicing ASMR. Visually, oh my god. Like,
That was
Okay,
great.
chill.
visually loved it. This, I had to turn the volume all the way down, but I watched the whole thing.
So, question 1.
Okay.
Your favorite animal.
Otter.
All right.
3 adjectives to describe why you love the otter.
Oh god,
Mhm.
now this sounds very Freud-like. Now I'm like overthinking it.
Just, it is what it is.
Okay.
We-
Cunning,
Okay.
sleek.
Ooh.
I know. I hated it before it even came out. And again, I hate this. Wet.
Yeah, girl.
Yes.
Also, we stole this from somebody else's podcast.
Who
But it's a good
ignores my
question.
texts? What? Me?
Okay. Because she has lots of time to get back to us.
Yeah.
Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings.
What?
What are you thinking?
Not texting us back.
My children refer to you as Auntie Whitney. We
Big
have
mistake.
to have a conversation.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Question 2. Your favorite article of clothing.
I didn't think I had one, and then I really thought about it, and I totally do.
Is it something specific or is it like a type?
It's a specific thing.
Okay. Like if I could put anything on in any moment.
Mhm.
I guess my LSU hoodie.
I'm 0% surprised. Mine's my denim jacket, so.
Yeah. That's funny.
But are 3
Oh, is it three of them?
Mhm.
3 adjectives.
About the hoodie?
Mm-hmm. But
Um,
Pub Sub is coming back for revenge.
we're gonna go yellow.
Okay.
Comfy.
Okay.
And what's a polite way to say warning? How about
I feel like that's right there with comfy.
Familiar.
okay?
Or familiar. There you
yes.
All right.
Right. Favorite body of water.
Doesn't, or no, does have to be specific.
Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
But which quadrant?
That would have to be the Panhandle of Florida.
All right.
Nailed it. Okay.
3 adjectives.
About it. Emerald.
Okay.
Warm.
Okay.
Boozy.
Boozy. That makes sense.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right.
All right, and then this one isn't on there, and I noticed that she didn't do that, but when you administered the test to me,
Mhm.
you asked this. If you were in a white room,
No windows, no doors.
nothing's in it.
How do you feel?
Anxious. Uncomfortable. Tired.
Immediately, I'm tired.
This room exhausts
Yeah.
me.
I think I'll take a nap. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Is it the first one's yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first one is how you see yourself.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Cunning.
Sleek.
Hey.
Sleek.
Are you what?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Your LSU hoodie. That's how other people see you.
Oh.
Yellow, comfy, familiar.
Yay.
Absolutely.
You're a little jaundiced, but whatever.
I'm gonna get that checked out. The Gulf of Mexico. Water is how you view sex. Yeah.
Oh.
And so emerald, take
Okay.
that as you will.
Yeah. It's a
Warm,
great energy.
a little boozy.
Hey.
And then that room is how you view death.
Yeah.
Anxious,
Uncomfortable, and
now
tired.
you're tired.
Yeah. I'm tired of it.
Well, there, guys.
All right. So,
All right.
babies,
Yeah.
Pregnant.
Transition.
pregnancy, birth, baby. What's your least favorite part of all of it?
Pregnancy.
The children. Kidding, I love them.
I have likes and dislikes about all of it.
Right.
Okay. Shoot.
As far as pregnancy goes, I think it's magic. It's like the coolest, weirdest, most alien, magical fucking thing
Alien is the word I had in my head.
anybody could do.
Yeah, alien's always the one that pops in my head. I'm like, there's an alien inside.
Yeah.
Justin's like, you called our kid an alien? I'm like,
It's a fucking parasite.
yeah. I mean,
It
that in my brain, I'm like, am I gonna call it a parasite? No, so I'm gonna call it an alien.
yeah. It moved into my body, took over space, created an organ, and is now a little
Sucking,
succubus.
Okay.
literally sucking nutrients out of my own blood.
So, it is an incredible thing, but I have a grievance with anyone who calls pregnancy beautiful.
Do ya?
Yes, I do. You want to know why?
I'm
Because
fucking here for it.
I'm about to
Fine.
whip out my areola. I'm kidding.
We could whip out some pregnant areas
Let's do
right now.
this.
I love the brown nipples.
Pregnancy's so beautiful. You won't have chin hairs or nipple hairs or stray hairs anywhere.
Okay,
Okay,
listen.
so
I
hear me
have
out.
3 spiky chin hairs that will never leave me.
I had this before, Amelia.
I only
That's
have
hormones.
I had one before I got pregnant with Christopher, and then the gang rolled in.
In fact, I think I have a silver one.
Do you?
I'm pretty sure
I-
I do.
I am up to 6,
Whoa.
but this is my 3rd pregnancy.
I am up to 6. Listen, and second of all, they're called stray eyebrow hairs.
Bitch, I got a beard.
Okay. All right.
Put that on
You
a
know what?
t-shirt.
Bitch, I got a beard.
I got a baby and a beard. What?
I think
Beard since babies.
I think it's beautiful. I will fight you on that. Listen,
Because beauty is defined differently.
yes.
True.
I am never more comfortable in my body than when I'm pregnant.
I mean, see, that's the funny thing, isn't
Fit
it? Like,
emotionally more comfortable in my body. I look in the mirror and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
Yeah.
killer.
confidence.
However, I
Absolutely
can't get
miserable.
out of bed after I get dicked down, but
Yeah, my crotch
I'm
hurts for
real
no
cute.
reason.
If you're getting dick down properly, you should never be able to get out of bed. And also,
Well,
they
I
should have to
can
take off the
usually-
restraints first.
I can usually roll out of here properly.
Oh yeah, hey, on your last episode you said there's nothing more fun than sex.
Paige is here to tell you
I disagree.
you're wrong.
I disagree, but also
Thank you for listening. Keep going.
I do
We appreciate your leadership.
what was I gonna say? Ooh, ow. See, now he's under the ribs.
Yeah.
2 aliens in this bed.
2 aliens.
There's some
What
babies
were we
in
just
this-
saying? Wow, the pregnancy
There's
brain.
Nothing
more
more
fun
fun
than sex.
than-
Yeah,
and you
but-
beg
oh.
to differ.
Before that,
Rolling out of bed.
rolling out of bed.
Restraints.
Yeah, restraints. Yeah. Oh, vanilla sex is fun too. That's what I was gonna say.
What's vanilla sex? Missionary?
Okay,
What
sorry.
happens at Paige's house?
Lazy lady sex. That's what me and my husband refer to it as. That's where I turn into a big fat naked whale and lay down on my bed and I say, I love you.
It's like seal sex.
Okay.
Do you like? And
Yeah.
he's like, I like. And then
That's it.
bing bang boom.
Yeah.
90 seconds later, everybody
So-
is happy.
We have varying degrees of that. I think the chart is mostly based on how much tequila is in my body, and these days it's
0%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
0%.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But if I'm 7 margaritas in,
It's about to get
how
wild.
old's your body?
Because I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh no, I do.
I
Oh,
mean,
God.
like, yes, but no.
like if I get 7 margaritas in, I get pop, lock, and drop it knees.
yeah.
I'm like back to my youth.
I tried to do that for like 15 seconds, and then I'm like,
Oh.
okay. I'm too
And then the
drunk.
next morning, I'm walking
With a walker.
with a walker.
It's
Because I
been
remember
25
I'm
years
almost 30, and
since I
shouldn't
popped,
be
lock,
doing
and drop
that.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I need to write them a grievance letter because my hips and knees, I'm sure, lost years.
Due to that song.
I forgot I needed to write a formal apology, which I will write and post later from that other one. I wrote a note on my
For what?
table. When I said something, I don't remember, it was one of our first episodes, which was just like an episode or 2 ago. I said something about anal babies.
Oh, yeah.
I had to make a formal apology.
Yes, which I recommended before we got canceled, before we even got posted.
Man. So, alright, so back to being fat and
Yeah.
beautiful, but also
So-
miserable.
Yep, so pregnancy, it's got its pluses.
I think pregnant women are gorgeous. I love beautiful pregnant women. I just mean
The
not
experience
every,
isn't
yeah.
magical,
Exactly.
ethereal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that I will
Okay.
agree with you.
I'm sorry, I should
Because
have been more
there's too
clear.
many women that are like, I've never felt better than when I was pregnant. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm very attracted to pregnant women.
Alright, it's been real, guys. Gotta go.
Bye.
I'm normally at risk. And now I'm at high risk. No, like, I've heard many women be like,
It's just this, like, we're going
And
down this road, and then Holly's like, yeah, but also, just so you know.
welcome to every episode Holly and I have recorded where I'm like, get back over here.
I'm just
Get back
trying
on
to show
topic.
us Real.
It's fine. Oh,
Oh, it's
we're
real.
when keeping it real goes wrong.
Well, that should be the title of this.
Here's my thing.
I think that's already trademarked.
I feel like, one, you read everything and anything because you're like, I'm not going to be blindsided by the first pregnancy. You're like, I'm going to know everything that's going to happen.
And you can talk to everybody and anybody.
And they tell you everything, but there's always the things that nobody tell you, like acne on your butt. Yeah, nobody gave me a
Never
heads
gave
up
you
on
a heads
that.
Trying for 45 years after.
Yeah. The first time you take a shower and there's no baby in your belly and you have a mental breakdown.
Yep.
But then what nobody super duper tells you is the next time you do it all, it's like
It's completely different.
it's all different. You cannot trust your own body. You cannot trust the people around
Trust
you.
no one.
You cannot trust the internet anymore
No.
because the baby is going to
Everything is different
destroy
for
your
everyone.
body.
Each pregnancy is its own adventure.
Yeah.
To
Adventure's a
say
nice
the
word.
least. Yeah.
Amelia was like, hey, I'm a perfect little baby in a perfect pregnancy. I don't have a lot of room, so I'm gonna kick you. And this baby's like, hey, I don't know how you feel about morning sickness, but you're gonna get down with the sickness. And then he's like, hey, I know you plan on working and going to school the whole time like you did with your other angel baby, but I'm actually gonna rip your pelvis apart for no reason and give you shooting sciatica. So enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I know you ate pints of ice cream with Amelia and Chick-fil-A daily, but now you're gonna have diabetes.
Yeah.
So have fun staring at all of the delicious candy you've stocked up over the months and barely eaten because you thought you were being a grown-up and responsible, and now you're diabetic.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, that's all. I just had to get that
I
out.
get it. Christopher was like a borderline, like baseline nausea the whole time, but overall, easy peasy. Penelope came through with just a hurricane of vomiting.
Yeah.
But it only lasted the first trimester. Literally ended the last day of my first trimester. I never got sick again. However, I got up to 175 pounds, which that doesn't mean anything to you guys. But
When you're a
but
tiny
when I
person,
normally chill around 115, that's a
it's a
lot. And then I took with Christopher, the baby weight all came right off. With Penelope, it took a year and diet change and everything. And I had postpartum with both of them. I had postpartum anxiety with Christopher. Nobody prepares you for postpartum anxiety.
No.
They only prepare you for postpartum depression.
I don't think they prepare you for either.
They don't prepare you for either,
just,
but
like,
they only
quiz
ask
you.
you. Yeah, they only ask you about depression, and they only ask you to the extremes. Are you going to hurt yourself or your baby?
Right, exactly.
No, I love my baby literally more than air.
Am I gonna set my baby down and walk out of the
Am
room
I
and
going
sob?
to shower at all in the next 6 months because I can't take
No.
my eyes off my baby? You better fucking believe not a chance.
Yeah.
I kept my kid.
Better believe not a fucking chance will I shower.
Kept my
Who
kid
needs
within
clean
eyesight
Air.
for almost the entire first year. I left him long enough to go to halfway night over deployment. I got very drunk, very sad, and then felt like world's shittiest mom and didn't leave him again for
That's
can't even tell you how long. And then with Penelope it wasn't so bad.
Yeah,
But I still
think
had
with
anxiety.
Penelope though, you were more determined to be like,
I was like, I can't do that again.
yeah. What about your baby's differences?
Oh gosh.
That's
With
been a while.
James, I did not want anyone to hold him or touch him or go near him.
But you also had trauma right after the birth.
Right. So I didn't realize that my baby had some big old balls. Okay, so during the
That's where he
ultrasound,
kept his rage. Thank God they took one of them out. Oh, well, I didn't mean to.
we're still not
Spoiler
saying-
alert.
Spoiler alert.
So Andrew remembers in that the 37-week ultrasound them saying something about it. I remember nothing. So then fast forward, I have the baby and one of his testicles is as big as his feet and the other one is as big as a marble. So I see it, but then you tell me, okay, so we have to transfer him to another hospital, blah, blah, blah. This is happening.
Jeez.
I'm hysterical.
Yeah, and this was a C-section?
This was a C-section. So Andrew leaves to go get my mom from the airport. They're like, the doctor will be in, his doctor will be in to give you more information. So she tells me what's going on, and I'm hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
She walks out and leaves me to cry. Fine.
Great.
They tell me that they're going to transfer the baby, but they're not going to transfer me because it's too expensive, and the dad can go.
What?
So I threw a fit until they discharged me at 23 hours instead of 72.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to sign all these waivers, and they just let me go. But trauma.
Yeah. That's awful.
So much trauma.
Yeah.
That's like, that is like the worst thing you can expect after carrying a baby in your body for 9 months, and then them being like,
we're
we're
going to take
taking
him
your
to a different
yeah,
hospital,
and you're not allowed to
perform
go.
I know you've only held your baby for approximately 2 minutes, but we're transferring him now.
Yeah.
And then he's in the NICU, and his blood sugar is super low. I don't know what's normal. You probably do.
Yeah.
But it was the level. He was at a 7.
Oh, that's incredibly.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. So not only that, but when they put him under, he didn't come out for 3 or 4 days out of anesthesia. So he was just under. They started calling code something, and then a bunch of nurses came over, and James is turning blue, and I'm over here like freaking out, and then everything after like 2 minutes or so, everything's fine. But later in the day, I'm like just waiting to hold James because I got to do skin to skin time, which I feel like I was fortunate to get to do that because most of the people in the NICU couldn't hold their babies. So the nurse asked me how I was or if I was okay. Hysterical.
Man, yeah.
She walks away.
Oh my god.
This is
What
my
is
grievance
the-
with hospitals.
No,
This
that
is
is bad bedside manner.
Okay, but I had similar, I mean, not any
Yeah.
of that, but I had similar
Interactions.
relations with my hospital staff with Christopher.
My
Which is why I was like, fuck a hospital. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go birth in a field with the fairies.
I
They'll
didn't
at least
even
pet my head.
talk about the night that I went into labor. They're telling me that, oh, you're going to have to sit tight because everyone wants to have their baby tonight. I was like, I have a C-section scheduled because my baby's 10.5 pounds. She's like, well, you just ruined my night. Bye-bye, bitch.
dude.
They put a catheter in and my water's breaking, and it's not just the one gush. It's like a ton of gushes over and over. And I'm like, I think my water's breaking. And they're like, no, you're fine. Andrew's like, no, you're fine. I'm like, after 3 times of telling them, I'm like, can somebody look because my water is breaking? And they're like, oh, you're right.
No, that's bad experiences.
It could have been worse. I had a friend who was allergic to latex and she had a latex catheter.
Whoa.
So it could have been worse. But I wish I had birthed with the fairies.
I didn't birth with the fairies till the second time. This time. I can't fucking wait, guys.
Yeah.
I also
It does
am
look
a
magical.
freak. I get amped up about birth. Like, I get excited to birth. I don't know
It's like
what's
a
wrong
mosh
with
pit
me.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Baby
like challenge
mosh.
accepted.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm like,
I'm gonna
But
fire this
the
baby
thing
out of me
is,
like a cannon.
I had so many people say that I couldn't do it without an epidural, that when I did it without an epidural, I was like, ah! And now I can do anything. So now I'm
Mhm.
going to do it again. But better. Because with Penelope, I shit all over her, my bad girl. Whoops.
That's
But I
fine.
went to cookout while I was in labor in denial. Chris was like, I definitely think you're in labor. And I was like, no. He's like, you're 6 days past your due date. You're having constant
Regular
contractions that are lasting. Pretty sure you're going into labor. And I was like, she's never coming out. Like, this baby's never coming out. It's fine. And he's like, no, pretty sure it is. And I had a big cookout milkshake, and I shouldn't have done that because lactose intolerant.
And then you just pooped it all out right on her.
And then I shit all over sweet Penelope.
And that is why she's a shithead.
And that is why James is grumpy about his balls.
Well, I was gonna
Penelope's
say-
mad about the doo-doo session.
That whole story reminded me of my first grievance of the evening when my now ex-husband got angry at me when I said I thought I was in labor and told me we needed to wait. And then when I woke his ass up 2 hours later, after having, my mom told me, you'll have to poop, and then you'll know, like, after that poop, you'll know that.
Your mom was like, okay, here's the sign. You're going to go into the bathroom. You're
You'll
going to need to
lose your
shake your
mucus
brains
plug
out.
at 36 weeks.
It's going to be a bloody show.
Birth.
Did you know your mucus plug grows back?
Yes, I
Can
do.
grow back?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Mine
that
did grow back.
until I lost my first mucus plug with Penelope at your house, and I was like, it's time. Because I was like 39 weeks.
Uh-huh.
It was not time.
And also, even if it doesn't grow back, you can still hang out like that for a
Yeah.
little while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho's it?
I still haven't. I mean, like, I did notice some mucus once with this pregnancy, but with Amelia, I never.
Mine
You're
was
like,
constant this time.
you were like, just wait for the mucus plug.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck?
Well, with Christopher, I only lost one. Like, it only came out one time, one whole thing,
Yeah.
right when my water broke.
Yeah.
Like, when my water first started to break, it, like, trickled at
I didn't
first.
have any of that. They swiped my membrane, so I wonder if, like, when she swiped it, it was either gone or, yeah, she already tossed
Just
it.
pull that
and
shit
then-
out.
And then they broke my water with a crochet stick.
They did that with Penelope. They broke my water
Jeez.
after I was
Is
like,
that painful?
it wasn't great.
Yeah. See, here's
Beth
the
said it was
thing.
painful.
Karen, she had a way with pain, you know?
I'm so glad Karen did not help me birth my baby.
She didn't help me birth my baby, but
She
she
was at the birth center.
swiped my membranes and she crochet hooked my water.
She got like weirdly pleasant with me on our last visit.
She got pleasant with me when I came in. She's like, "You're gonna have a baby today," and I was like,
You gonna be here for that, or you gonna go?
"She's like, we're shift changing right now." I was like, "Bye."
I had Christopher in the middle of shift change, and
Yeah.
I had, when I got there, it was, so I was determined I didn't want a man to deliver my baby. Call me a sexist, whatever. I have an issue with a man who doesn't have a vagina telling me when and how to birth a baby. I'm
Side
sorry.
note, I have a male OBGYN who might birth our baby, and I actually really like him. He's like my favorite doctor so
So-
far. Circle back around.
Come to. I finally meet the only female at that office.
Mm-hmm.
Hate her. Absolutely hated her. She told me, Christopher was born on the 10th. She told me the morning of the 9th that my baby was going to be 9 pounds, that he was nowhere near being born, and I'd probably have to have a C-section as a first-time mom.
Great. That's like opposite of
And I
every
was
goal
like-
you had.
Cool, I'm fucking devastated. So that night I go into labor, and I get in there.
Didn't you pull out the breast pump and pump
Oh
up
yeah,
some
I breast
colostrum?
pumped, I pineappled, I bounced on the ball, I
Mhm.
eventually gave up.
castor oil too, huh?
No,
Oh,
no
you didn't?
castor oil. Never
Okay.
got to that point. And then I like got to the point where I was kind of like discouraged. I went out in the garage. I did some yoga, and I was standing there, and I was like, I think my water broke. And my sister and Chris both look at me, and I was like, oh yeah, either that or I just pissed myself real good.
Oh, yeah,
In
you
the
bet.
bathroom. And it had, but so I got in there. My favorite male doctor was in there. He checked me. I was in labor. My water was broken. And he like got me in, got me settled in, let me walk around, do things, and then he's like, we're getting ready to do a shift change, but the next doctor will be in. They'll probably help you deliver your baby. Bitch walked in.
Dang.
And she's like, didn't I just see you? And I was like, yeah, this morning when you told me I wouldn't deliver my baby for another week, by C-section. And she was like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Did we like Karen or did we not like Karen? I wasn't sure.
I don't know. Listen,
Indecisive about
I
Karen.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't want to talk badly about anyone.
Was her name in fact Karen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's kind of why I'm leaving it where I am.
Okay.
But she turned out to
Listen, she was good
do a good
for
job.
what she did for us.
Okay.
I don't think I would. I think that there are certain people who are very good to help birth babies, and I think that there are other people who are better for checking on you and your baby while you're
Mhm.
pregnant. The women who helped me birth my babies were straight up angels sent from the heavens above. Just, there was a nice, beautiful, glowing aura around them. Like, amazing people. Karen, I don't think I would have gotten that vibe. She used too much hairspray.
Okay. I didn't want to go there, but yeah, I hated her hair. Yeah, absolutely.
It was the fucking hair.
So,
She had some, like,
she had Karen hair.
cockatoo hair going on.
It was just too much.
Just pow, pow.
I did want to get back real quick to the
To
story I was
your
trying
yes.
to give.
Yeah,
This
we
is
cut you
45
off.
minutes
We
ago.
are
This is
monsters.
okay,
I'm
We
just
just get
kidding.
so
I'm
eager
kidding.
about birthing and
I'm just kidding.
We'll
These
never
plugs.
close caption this one.
I wanted to say that my...
Is something sexual happening?
No.
Okay.
This is
I never know if
rage.
you're getting amped or...
This is rage, not sex.
Oh,
okay.
Which they can go hand in hand.
yes.
This is not that.
I'm taking the wig off.
My...
Surprise! It's Paige!
My shit
Mr.
ass...
Jenkins!
Yeah, if it wasn't for you meddling moms.
My butt ass, shit ass,
Fuck ass.
dumb ass, fuck ass, bitch ass ex-husband
Hate him.
told me to go to the hospital and to let him know what happened. That man is lucky to A, still have a member, B, still be breathing, and C,
Either of
I
those.
won't say that on film.
So, take what you will. See, snaps.
And then we had to
I
stop
got a
at
lot
the
of
gas
shit to say.
station to buy fucking cigarettes before we could go, even though the baby was crying. I'm kidding. Kidding. He did give
Turns
me a Kit
out he
Kat.
had one arm out, Superman style, but it's fine. We had to stop for cigarettes.
I was hemorrhaging. It was fine.
Yeah.
I did have the baby 40 minutes after arriving at the hospital.
Yo, that's crazy.
I mean, it was a
C-section.
C-section.
Oh, okay.
I
was like, that's the fastest I've ever heard about.
Yeah.
You just slippity slide right out.
Slippery slide.
I had pee 4 hours after I got to the hospital, which I don't know how it lasted long. I was 8 centimeters when I got there.
Dang,
Oh my
girl.
god.
I called them and I was like, in between contractions, I
I
called
can
them
fit
going
my
into the
fingers in.
tunnel. And I called them and I was like, hey, so I'm pretty sure I'm in labor. And she's like, okay, well, are you having contractions? And I was like, yeah, just like how long, how far apart, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, and she's like, okay, well, come in and we'll check you. And it, like, the phone call literally went from, like, the end of one contraction to the beginning of the next. I could not walk by myself. And they didn't bring me a wheelchair. So I went into the emergency room and then walked through the whole hospital to the birth center.
They tried to give
And
me
I-
a wheelchair when I went in at 25 weeks for blood. They didn't give you a wheelchair?
I want a wheelchair. Can I just have a wheelchair for
Yeah,
life
can
right
we just
now?
get one?
I want to
Yeah.
know who the fuck they are
Just
right now.
It was
For
also
pregnancy.
midnight in the emergency
I don't give
room.
a shit.
But
Yeah,
I got
that
in
doesn't
there
matter.
and she went to go check me. She's like, "You're 8 centimeters." I was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I told you I was in labor." She's like, "You were so calm on the phone. We did not think you were in labor." I was like, "I was fine between contractions," and like I'm fine between contractions. But when those contractions come through, I feel like I'm being snapped in half. But I think that's the only reason I was able to do it, because I was like already 8 centimeters when I got there. If I had left the house earlier, I might have chickened out. Probably not. No. Too many people told me I couldn't do it.
Question.
Mhm.
When you did the C-section, you were awake,
Oh, yeah.
and they just do a partial
do it, yeah.
block, like a nerve block, or what? How do they cut open your abdomen and pull a human out?
They do the one slice, and then they do the second slice. So
Oh,
they
wait.
do
Okay.
the...
Skin slice, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Musculo. No, probably skin and muscle, and then baby sack.
Probably. I heard also that they put some of your
Or
organs on the
uterus.
table next to you. I don't know.
Oh.
They have a sheet.
Wait, so
after your
Andrew wasn't there
hands.
anyway? He was smoking cigarettes?
No, he was there. He almost passed out. He's smoking fucking cigarettes. They have your hands
He's in the
teed
operating
to the
room.
table.
Was I not allowed to say his name? Whoops.
No,
already
I've already
said
said it.
Okay.
We've already said it.
I've talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Does everyone know his last name
No.
and where he lives and where to send the hate mail?
But if you got questions, all you gotta do is DM me.
Or a poop taco? Okay, anyway.
We're gonna cut that out.
Okay, anywho.
Or just bleep it out.
Yeah.
Beep.
I'll figure that out.
It's probably a
Anywho.
sound effect in that. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Tell me more
My
about.
hands were teed to the table, and they like did the first cut. They're like, "Did you feel that?" I was like, "Yeah, that kind of hurt." And they're like, "Well, you won't feel this one." I had some funny people.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Holly, you should have sued.
You don't like
In the moment, you're not looking for bad things to be upset about.
right. But also,
And then after the fact, you're like, hold on, that was kind of
Yeah.
messed
I
up.
didn't think how much. I didn't think I would feel as much as I felt. Like, it wasn't painful after the fact, but there's tons of pressure. Like, you feel people inside you moving around. They're just talking about their lunch recipes, quarter cup of olive oil. I'm barfing in my own hair. Like, the second time, I've had some surgeries, and so I know how my body reacts to anesthesia. I get very sick.
Remind
Tell
me, I
the
have a
people.
question.
I get very sick. And he's like, "Oh yeah, everybody gets sick." I'm like, "No, sir, I get very sick. I don't know what it's called, but they give me something to help prevent that." He's like, "Okay, blah, blah, blah."
Zofran, maybe?
Probably. He had to give it to me 7 times during the C-section because I could not stop vomiting. I threw up in my hair 2 minutes in. And then I had to be in recovery for an hour and a half to 2 hours after because I couldn't stop throwing up. So I couldn't go see my baby because I was vomiting while the nurse ate popcorn next.
What?
It was cool.
These are horror stories.
It's not horror. I've heard a lot of
I mean, I've actually heard a really bad story, but it's not my story to share. But that's awful.
Yeah.
That's
It wasn't
almost...
great.
This makes my bad story seem not so bad.
Yeah, my bad story is
I
Justin
feel like
came
it's
in
not bad.
with Chick-fil-A while I was in labor, and I was like, that smells bad, get out. And that was the worst of my birth experience.
That's a good birth.
I know,
I
Dad!
had some assholes, but it's fine. I was married to one, so.
I will say my postpartum nurse was a monster. She was not cool. I asked her about a lactation consultant and about like help with latching, and she dismissed me and told me the lactation consultant would be back on Monday, and I had Amelia on a Saturday. And I was like, okay.
So they have nobody else? Like, you can't help me? You can't
No.
give me a pointer, a tidbit?
And apparently, like, before I even had the chance to like mention anything to the nursing manager, my family had already like
That's not my stomach.
handled my lightly.
It's my stomach.
Wow, that was interesting. I thought it was a dog.
It is. You two are having aliens, I'm having a dog.
Nice.
Puppy mama.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was about the worst of mine. Which is partially why I'm like, yeah, well, I work in a hospital too, so I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with the hospital. I get to move the bed up and down. Heck yeah.
No, girl.
This
My
hospital has a
thing is-
bathtub.
My thing is I get to move me wherever.
Yeah.
Whatever, wherever, whenever, whatever works best for me.
I did
What-
see, do you guys have the wireless monitors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have those at the Somerville, and I saw a picture of one. Have you seen what they look like?
Mm-mm.
They're cool. They're like, so normally you have like the electro, thing, and it's belted and whatever. So you get the box that goes on, and then you get the electrodes that are like checking on your baby, and then the box just wirelessly transmits it, and it's all waterproof.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you get to do
Yeah,
you and
I had
run around.
I had a wireless, I think it was wireless, it had to have been wireless monitor
Mm-hmm.
at the other birth center. But
Cool.
it was like the big band
Yeah.
and then the circle thing.
Yeah.
No, with Christopher, I tried to walk around for a while because I knew that would help. And then they eventually were like, you need to get in bed. And I was having back labor.
Yeah.
And I laid in bed with back labor for 17 hours and tried to
Power
through, unmedicated for 17 hours, laying down, back labor. I'm just not jazzed about it.
that.
I was determined. And then they came in and they're like, so you can either get an epidural or you can get a C-section. And I was like...
Because at that point, like, your body you have put out so much energy. They probably, they have to do something.
They were not kind.
Yeah.
They weren't kind.
They were trying to intimidate you. Into
Yes,
changing
and that's
your mind.
what it was. And I was just like, I've already done this. Like, nothing to help progress. No anything.
Changing it up, doing this.
Yeah. So I eventually got the epidural. He was born in 22 hours. Whatever. It was great. He was born. He was healthy. But I was pissed because if I was going to get an epidural, should have done it
back in the day.
Yeah, he could have been born on the 9th. He wasn't. So.
Yeah. I really enjoyed my epidural experience. I know people have like horror stories. My aunt is one of them. She swears that her epidural with one of her kids is the reason why she has back pain, like casual back pain, and my mom like refused to get epidurals because of horror stories. And then I got an epidural and I was like,
once I finally got it, I like was new.
Yeah.
I was like,
get the family in here. Come on. Let's get some jambalaya going.
It was still just me and Coatsy. But I was making jokes.
Jambalaya?
What's wrong? I was making jokes. My legs kept falling off the table. Kept referring to myself as Lieutenant Dan because I couldn't feel my legs.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it went from like, oh my god, to we're gonna have a baby.
I was
guys.
laying there and I was like, I remember Chris being like, she might die. Like, is this the end? Because I was sure I was gonna die. I mean, I was 21 years old. Having a baby with no knowledge of birth or any type of support or any, like, we were not mentally prepared to be having a baby. Or not having the baby, but like birthing the baby.
Yeah.
Second time around, I went ape shit. I knew all that I could know.
I'm so happy that you're having the baby the way you are this time. And I'm so happy that you're going to be a doula. Because so many people get booked.
Surprise.
I had 2 C-sections because I was bullied into it.
That was my question. Okay. I was gonna ask you. Did they tell you you had to have a C-section because of how big he was?
Yeah. They're like, this
That's
baby's
absolutely
10.5 pounds, give or take a pound. And if he's too big and he gets stuck, we're gonna literal hand motions. We're gonna shove him back up and slice you down the middle.
No,
absolutely not.
I reject all of that.
Yeah,
I didn't know to reject it. I was 21 or 22.
13-pound babies naturally.
Yes.
Yeah, 11-pound babies.
And he was solid, like made of marble, but he wasn't big.
4 of those pounds were only in his cheeks.
I know, and his fucking eyes. So he's so cute. Dude.
He was birthable.
Yes, he was. That reminds me of a photo that I have of him. It's so cute. Careful your eyes.
Look
how cute he was sleeping in his little high chair at one.
Oh, man, that is cute.
And look at his finger dimples.
Yeah. I never had that. Amelia was skinny, and I was like, this
Finger
kid gets
dimples.
sick one time, and it's
Michelin
going to
Man.
just wipe out any body fat she has. Any that I can't see.
My kids were
chunks.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, one of the things that one of my friends pointed out to me was that potentially I could have a baby that has baby fat rolls. And I was
there
like,
you go.
you know what?
Yeah.
All right.
Silver lining.
Yeah. But I am hoping that with this gestational diabetes, I'm not somebody, like, I don't want to schedule a C-section or anything like that, but I am paranoid about my healing time and my return to school time, and that is a little selfish. But if this baby comes 2 weeks early, I will not be upset.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that my doctors will be on board with being like, all right, yeah, we'll try to make it happen. Because you have diabetes and your baby could be fat. And I'm going to be like, yeah, my baby's fat. My baby's not going to
Well, they had me do that test twice because the first time it came back negative, and then they're like, "Are you sure you don't have diabetes?" I was like, "You guys should please tell me." I was gaining like 6 to 7 pounds a week, and the nurse, who was like 350 pounds, was like, "Man, you're gaining way too much weight." I'm like, "What?"
Excuse me?
If I want to eat 14 Freezy Pops and 6 strawberry shortcake ice cream pops a day, it's none of your fucking business, because I'm going to follow it up with a bowl of homemade cookie dough.
I was waiting for like the spinach to come rolling.
I was like, a bowl of broccoli.
I really loved oranges and grapes, but I
will
went to
never
town.
forget you being pregnant with James.
It was so great.
We ate so many Kit Kats.
Purple pants parties, remember?
Yeah. It was a good time.
So many Kit Kats.
Good time. I got a little on the chonky side, which...
Andrew gained 50 pounds. Which is funny because he
that's skinny compared to what he looks like now.
Yeah, it
Fucking
actually
Titty
is.
City.
Titty City.
Tell him I said it.
I don't know why you blocked any of it. Hopefully, I really hope the mic picked that up. I think
Something
it's
about
great.
It is.
boobs, and James was like, "Dad kind of has boobs."
I love that.
It's like, "Yes, can we have another treat?" So that was that.
Dessert round 2.
Yeah. My favorite child.
Yeah.
Yes.
My honest and faithful child.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, should we wrap this up? Any last things you guys want to talk about?
Well, we didn't talk about how horrible postpartum depression is.
Save it for the next one, man.
Yeah, we can do round 2 later on.
Since
Can
you're
we tell
out of disguise.
one good
I guess we
story
can bring it back now.
about Publix?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh,
No.
we
We
can't.
cannot. We can. Let me
What happened
go
at Publix?
ahead.
You tell it. ASMR, you tell it.
I'm not ASMR shit. Today at Publix, the 15-year-old bagger almost got his ass whooped
See what
because he asked Holly if I was her mom.
Look how youthful I am.
In the same checkout experience, I got ID'd to buy my aunt beer.
And I didn't get ID.
To buy what were you buying?
I was buying. We were together though,
Oh,
and I was the child,
well that's
and
why.
my mom was getting ID. Oh yeah, because I'm
Because
too
you're the
young to
child.
drink.
I said, listen up, you little shit. I got 3 kids, and she's not one of them.
That's day 2 where I got a super awesome compliment. Yesterday,
I'm constantly getting shit on.
I'll go for him.
No, I
Also,
thought your hair
I'll
looked
pull
so nice that it was a wig.
Thanks, Paige.
Yesterday I was wearing a bloody bodysuit,
Yeah, I saw that.
and this woman told me I looked like Beyonce. She said she saw me from behind, and she said, "Is Beyonce here?"
Wow, Holly.
Excuse me, do I have to bring her on?
Yeah.
Okay, I know,
Bring that reaction.
I know I don't look like Beyonce, but someone fucking send it, because I am never, I'm Beyonce fucking Knowles.
That's gonna go on Holly's gravestone.
Holly
Here
Was
lies
once-
Holly. Was once told she looked like Beyonce.
Never talked about anything
Send it.
else ever.
Yeah.
Send it. I just can't believe you two.
Sorry, I guess I'm just here for honesty.
Wow. And then it's almost my birthday.
It
I
is.
can't believe this.
This is some bullshit.
This is some bullshit.
Holly's postpartum finally kicks in.
Yeah. 6 years later.
Wait, the postpartum kicks out or kicks in? Because I still have it.
We'll discuss that on our postpartum episode,
Yeah, okay.
where we'll talk about all the fun things.
Okay.
You got anything else weird and sexual you want to add to this before it's over? Give the people what they come for. I'm what they stay for. That's what they come for.
Oh God.
Now I have nothing.
I come. I bring the info. You bring the hot zingers.
Wait,
Pew pew pew.
I
Jizz.
do think, come real hard, we need to. said that. I think that we need to cover some sex ed because remember the conversation we had the other day where someone thought you would need, and he didn't say an anal probe, but that's what's coming to my mind. For
To
everything
reach the G
to
spot.
reach the G spot.
No, guys, it's like right there.
1 to 3 inches inside. 1 to 3 inches.
Yeah.
Depending on
Somewhere
your vaginal
from
depth.
here to like here.
Thank you for that. Also,
Wow. There's your ASMR right there. Okay.
one quick tip to find it is if you stick your tongue at the roof of your mouth and you feel that ridgy, spongy thing, that's what the G-spot feels like.
We've talked about this and how I don't think mine feels the same as my mouth.
Oh yeah, it does. Let me check.
Oh god.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, gotta go.
Gotta go.
I'm so tired.
Bye, guys.
of being-
What are you so tired of?
Say what
Tell the
you need
people.
to say.
Let them know.
I am so tired of being shamed for being horny. Okay, love you, bye.